Hey, today I want to talk about a SpaceX investment that's attracting a lot of attention. At first glance, the idea sounds simple. You want exposure to SpaceX. SpaceX is not publicly traded yet, not till Friday, June 12th. So you buy an ETF that owns SpaceX. Problem solved. Except there may be one detail that many investors don't fully understand. And that detail could matter a lot if SpaceX does IPO 2 Fridays from now. Over the past few days, I've been researching an ETF called XOVR. Its ticker's XOVR. XOVR, XOVR. It's got an ETF. Its ticker is XOVL. So XOVR, XOVR, and XOVL. Zovel or whatever. Anywho, the fund's been drawing attention because one of its largest holdings is indirect exposure to SpaceX through what they call a special purpose investment vehicle. In other words, investors looking for a way to gain exposure to SpaceX before any IPO have started taking a closer look at this ETF. Before we go any further, let's be clear. This is not SpaceX stock. You are not buying shares directly from Elon Musk's company. You are buying shares of an ETF that owns a portfolio of public companies along with exposure to certain private companies. And that's where things start getting interesting. When you look inside the fund, you'll see names that many investors already know. A lot of them. Nvidia, Google, Meta, Rocket Lab, Robinhood, Palantir, Tesla, and several other innovation focused companies. But what's captured investors' attention is the fund's SpaceX exposure. For many retail investors, this feels like one of the closest chances that they get to participate in the SpaceX story before any future IPO. And that brings us to the part many investors may be overlooking. The exposure to SpaceX is indirect. The fund owns a position through the special purpose vehicle. They call it an SPV. And that structure matters because if SpaceX eventually goes public, the ETF may not necessarily move exactly the way many investors imagine and or hope it will move, meaning there can be restrictions, there can be lockup periods, there can be valuation adjustments, there can be differences between the value assigned to private holdings and the price investors eventually see in the public markets. And none of that means the ETF is bad, far from it. In fact, the concept is fascinating. For decades, access to private companies was limited largely to venture capital firms, institutions, and wealthy accredited investors. Most ordinary investors like me and you had to wait until companies became publicly traded. Funds like XOVR, XOVR, and XOVL, I guess it's an ETF for an ETF, are attempting to bridge that gap. So it's creative, it's innovative, it's great. And that's why investors are paying attention. But whenever excitement builds around a new investment theme, it's important to understand exactly what you're buying. Exposure is not the same thing as ownership, and indirect ownership is not the same thing as direct ownership. And that's really the story here. It's a little topsy turvy when you look at it, right? The bigger story may not be SpaceX at all. The bigger story may be that investors searching for new ways to participate in private innovation before it reaches public markets, right? And SpaceX just happens to be the most recognizable example. As always, I'm less interested in telling you, this is what I'm buying and blah, blah, blah. And I'm more interested in helping people like me and you understand what's happening. I saw the difference in this, and I thought, man, I gotta post this. I gotta put this up there. I gotta let people know, because the better we understand what we're investing in, the fewer surprises we encounter later. So check out the website, jackcarterbooks.com. 2 good finance-related books on that site. Easy reads, both of them, and they might even save you some money. They've saved me money. And if you get a chance on this video, please click like and subscribe if you can. It'd be fantastic. We are brand new. We're just starting out. We are fledgling. we're starting brand new, and we could use a little assist. All the help we can get, man. We appreciate it very much. And when I say we, I mean me, myself, and I. Anywho, have a great day, and happy hunting Monday, and let's make some money. And I shall see you good people next time.